Cobra Kai was one of the most expected TV shows of 2024 for sure. Even though the show has been going strong for almost a decade at this point with a more than 30-year-long legacy behind it, Season 6 had more than usual hype around it. And the reason is simple. It will be the last season of Cobra Kai as we know it. So we as fans know that this is our last chance to get new episodes to this epic saga that we are pleased to be a part of. Thankfully, now that we got the chance to watch the first part of the final season of the show, we can easily expect Cobra Kai's ending to be an epic one that will be remembered for years to come. But first, let's talk about when to expect the highly anticipated Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2.
Love the smell of karate in the afternoon.
No mercy.
Your ass is ready.
We're not giving up without a fight.
Now, don't get me wrong, I have some issues with the Part 1 of the new season. It wasn't exactly what I hoped for the show's final season. In other words, Season 6 Part 1 might not be the best set of episodes that Cobra Kai released so far, but they are good enough to make us excited for Part 2 of the show. Season 6 ramps up the tension as it gears up for the Sekai Taikai tournament, a fictional world championship karate competition that feels epic, like the Olympics plus the Gladiator Games plus the Kumite from Bloodsport, according to Hawk. This takes the karate battles global, stepping beyond the All-Valley Karate Tournament. Unfortunately, Part 1 doesn't dive into the actual competition. In fact, it's more about setting things up, which makes it feel a bit like filler. Don't get me wrong, it's important to move our characters from their comfortable places into more stressful situations, and Part 1 does this. But it feels like it could have been condensed into 1 or 2 episodes. The performances are solid and the story is clear, but it lacks the intensity and stakes we're used to. Despite the limited action and story progression in Part 1, there are still some great scenes and plot points that will always be remembered fondly by the fans. The one that comes to mind is Johnny and Daniel, resolving many of their differences, but miscommunications and fallouts continue. Their evolving relationship is mirrored by their students' rivalries. And the humor? Still top-notch. Chozen wandering around the LaRusso house in a robe, eating cannolis, had me laughing out loud. Amanda's comment about Chozen's extended stay made it even funnier. And Johnny's unique take on everything, from planning a teen girl's slumber party to handling his new career and impending fatherhood, is always hilarious. Now let's talk about the ending of Part 1, which was not only the best part of the entire part, but also provided a lot of clues regarding what will come next. By the end of the first 5 episodes of Season 6, we're left with an exciting cliffhanger. It looks like we'll learn more about Mr. Miyagi in the final chapters of the series, which I can't wait for. This is something the showrunners have been planning for a while. Josh Heald recently said, "We've wanted to do this for a while. We're always looking at Miyagi through Daniel, mostly because this is a different Daniel LaRusso at a different part of his life. We started thinking less about Miyagi as an idea and more about Miyagi as a man. And that became an interesting story we wanted to start telling. So when will we get more episodes?" Part 2 of the final season is set to drop on November 15th. The final season is divided into 3 parts, so we'll have to wait until 2025 for the third and final part. The good news is, instead of the usual 10 episodes, this final season will have 15 episodes, ensuring a proper goodbye to the series. So there are 10 more episodes to be released in the upcoming months. Though Part 1 felt a bit stretched out, I'm hopeful the rest of the season will pick up the pace. In fact, I'm sure of it. In 10 episodes, a lot can be achieved, and I cannot wait for it. Unfortunately, this season is the end of the Cobra Kai saga, with no signal for renewal whatsoever. What will happen to the cast members, though? After all, some of them have been synonymous with the Karate Kid universe for more than 30 years. How will they continue their career? Well, we don't have a lot of information about most of them, but we know for sure that Ralph Macchio will continue to show off his karate abilities in different projects. The good news, however, is that this new project will also be linked to the Karate Kid universe. We're going to be friends for life. That's just how it works in the Karate Kid universe with such deep relationships. The star shared with The Hollywood Reporter recently and continued, "I'll miss creating with them, but I believe we'll find new ways to collaborate. It's not a goodbye forever, more like see you next time. And that next time might be sooner than we think." After the final season drops in 3 5-episode chunks, a new Karate Kid movie is set to hit theaters. This film will feature both Macchio and Jackie Chan. Well, it is always good to know that we have more to wait for after Cobra Kai completes its run. Are you excited for the rest of Cobra Kai Season 6? Do you think the show will have an epic ending, or do you expect the rest of the season to be a flop? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you soon.